What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? What's happening with y'all, man? We gotta talk. We gotta talk, man. I'm declaring a state of emergency. Hip hop is now in a state of emergency. We done had 2 albums recently drop. Dom Kennedy dropped, Currency the Hospital dropped, and neither one really made any noise or pushed the needle in hip hop. Like, it's really making no noise unless you're an individual fan, but as far as the scope of hip hop itself, nobody's even talking about them. Not only that, hip hop seems to be getting defunded. Like, you're hearing about all these artists getting dropped from all these labels, show budgets getting cut, recording budgets getting cut, marketing budgets getting cut. If you're not really marketing, promoting yourself on Instagram, there's no marketing money there. It just looks like everybody's jumping ship in hip hop, off of hip hop, and it looks like hip hop and the rap game is a sinking ship right now. Not only that, it looks like DSPs are gonna be a thing of the past now. We just had 3 of the biggest artists, the big 3, all drop records and give them out for free, all on Instagram and Twitter. So J. Cole dropped, he dropped on Twitter, Instagram. Drake dropped, he dropped Twitter, Instagram. Then you had Kendrick drop recently, he dropped on Twitter and Instagram. Everybody seems to be trying to avoid these streaming services. Like, I think artists are finally wising up, going, man, this shit is a bad deal. We got to find another way to get the money, get the music out for free, and get some sales off the back end somehow, some way. But I think we at a transition right now. We at a fork in the road with the hip hop culture, like we was with cassette tapes, and then you had the CDs, and people was like, well, what the fuck are these? How is this gonna work? And then boom, CDs skyrocket. Then we had the digital shit, and niggas was like, well, what the fuck? We just turning our back on CDs. Then you had the iPod, and boom, that shit skyrocketed. And it went from that to the streaming services where you have unlimited amount of songs at any given point in time, to where it started to dilute the music, and the viewers stopped really caring about the music. It was more so trying to get as much quantity as possible rather than the quality you got with cassette tapes and CDs. And the effects of that have been taking a toll on the rap game, to where now it's been on a decline for quite some time. A lot of people have been trying to deny it, but there's no denying it, man. There's nobody's making no noise. Kendrick recently just won like 8 BET awards. Shout out to K. Dot. I knew he was gonna win them all, but every category he went up for, he won them all. But other than that, there's no one making noise outside of the Drake and Kendrick beef. Like, rap is silent. The females, they was going on a tangent for a while, but even they falling off. Like, shit, you got what's her name with the hair?
Glorilla?
Not Glorilla.
Her and what's her name just made a song together. I think they making a little noise, but it's
Ice Spice. She lost weight, lost her ass, and now it's like, man, we really don't want to hear her, because we really was entertaining her because she was thick and she had a gang of ass. But besides that, we ain't really trying to hear that shit. But man, what's your take on it? Because whoo, it is ugly. Like, I'm trying to really name who really running rap right now other than Kendrick, and I really don't want to say Kendrick because he's not active like that. His name is buzzing off strictly off of the beef, not because he really dropped a project or nothing like that. It's him and Drake went back and forth. He dropped the biggest diss song in history. But other than that, who is making noise? Y'all be mad when I say this.
The era of running rap, as far as we knew, that shit is long. That shit is over with. Like, niggas ain't running rap no more. And the last nigga that ran rap, honestly, was Drizzy Drake. Like, Drake ran rap for a long time. You got niggas like the Futures, you feel me? But impactful music, to me, he doesn't make that, like, where you feel it in your soul. He makes like a lot of party, turn up, pop perks, and all this other shit type of music. Like, Future makes good music. This ain't a discredit to Future, but nobody runs rap from like people we knew from the 90s when you had X on top, you had 50 on top, you had Pac on top, you had certain niggas through Primes, Wayne on top, you had niggas that really ran rap, like, undeniably. Like, right now the music is different, but I went back and listened to Dom shit again, and I feel like I didn't give a thorough review, like, cause it's growing on me more. You know what I'm saying? It's quality Dom. Shout out to Dom. You made a great album, but I just don't think he goes deep enough to the type of shit that we look for. You know what I mean? I think it takes a lot of suffering to understand certain artists. Like when you come from a life of suffering and pain and growth and shit like that, I think some people ain't able to get that deep. Far as him not saying he's not able to, he hasn't been through nothing, but when you come from a street life literally every day, then I think it's a different formula, a whole different vibe that people tap into when it comes to doing music. And that's where I think it's a lot of disconnect, because a lot of these niggas want to be street, but they not really coming from the streets. And then it's like, it's a difference from actually attracting street situations versus you going to look for street situations. Like, if that makes sense to people. If you in the streets, it's different when you're coming across this and living this on a day-to-day basis versus like you're creating more chaos instead of being born in the chaos.
But see, this is the thing. I know rap derived from the streets, but it's times like this where you miss the DMXs. Because DMX can give you everything that you just described. He was literally the epitome of it, but he could also transcend to the mainstream. He could also transcend to other cultures and bridge the gap. It ain't too many of these niggas right now that can bridge the gap, because it all went, like, if you're not a drug head or you're not a smoker, if you're not sipping lean or popping perks, it's rare you're going to even really be vibing to these niggas anyway, because that's all they really talking about. It's like nobody's putting substance in the music. And that's due to the streaming shit, because there's no time to digest anything.
Right, you can't marinate on it.
Everybody is just rapidly putting out 2-minute, 3-minute songs, 5-minute EPs, here today, gone tomorrow, microwave generation, and there's no substance. And for a while, you even had these dumbass fans saying we don't want substance. We want shit we could dance to and party to and blah, blah, blah. And now that shit ain't fun no more, the club scene, it ain't fun no more. It's $3,000 every time you want to go to the club. You got to get a section. You got to get bottle service. You got to pay to park. You got to get a new outfit. You got to pay to get in. It's like by the time you done tallied up your bill just to get in and hold a cup all night and just stare, you like, man, I'm over this shit. So the club scene is on the decline, which means all that party music is on the decline. Because unless you're in the club, who the fuck is listening to that all day? Unless you're in the gym or something. So people want substance back. But it's just ugly, man. Like, I seen this list. It says,
should we go back to the formula of making albums again? Like, people make albums, but like you said, it's the albums is damn near like the mixtapes nowadays. Just niggas be saying I'm dropping EPs and 10 song albums and shit like that. Like, this is not really no body of work. Like,
but this is why though, because when you used to drop an album, the record company used to give you a rollout. They used to send you to all the main radio stations, the Power 106s, the Hot 97s. You used to hit all the shows. You used to go down in Atlanta and really promo. You used to go to 106 in Park. It ain't no 106 in Park. You used to go to Rap City the Basement. Ain't no Rap City the Basement. So they're not even doing album rollouts. Not only that, there's no more album sales. It's all streams. So all these numbers, they really don't matter, even though they're getting judged by the numbers, even though they shouldn't, because there's no physical copies being sold. So when you hear things like, oh, DJ Mustard only sold 1,400 copies or Future sold X amount of copies, it's like, yeah, this is a flop compared to niggas going gold and platinum in the first week. But realistically, you got to look at how they're tallying it up. It's really not a flop. It's niggas is just streaming certain songs that they like and then they moving on type shit.
You can't really compare that anyway, because that was our only form to get the music. Like, you had to go to Sam Goody. You had to go to the warehouses. You had to go buy the CDs to get their music. Other than the underground shit, you wasn't just leaking nothing. You wasn't getting on YouTube, because now I'm like, what the fuck I'm going to go buy an album for? You know what I'm saying? Give me 3 days. Somebody going to have the whole shit online, or it's going to be sent to me. So I don't even count album sales. That's what I just mean far as the body of work. If they're making something classic or music, like, these niggas ain't really trying to make timeless music. And the music that niggas is making, it's not necessarily speaking on they everyday life or what they going through. A lot of these niggas is just trying to get what they think was hot.
But they're battling against the machine, because that's not making money. It's just like content. It's a slow grind. If you making meaningful content, it's going to be a slower grind to the top than if you're doing this crash out scripted bullshit, because most people just want to be entertained, and you see it in the comments. It's rare people really fuck with genuine content. Unless you got a big enough platform where you could really reach the masses, like a Joe Rogan or something, where people is gonna see your shit regardless, and people who honor that type of content, they're gonna gravitate towards that by a mass amount rather than like a small platform that's trying to make its way up and don't really get the eyes that it should get. But if they was to do some crash out shit, you're gonna get thousands of eyes real fast. Same with the music. You'll have somebody putting out these great bodies of work, these classical records, but it's gonna get overshadowed by the popcorn microwave bullshit. It's like people's not gonna take the time to digest it. Everybody attention span has been shortened with all these apps. Even YouTube. YouTube went from people preferring long form content to now shorts. If you don't catch a person attention span and within the first 5 seconds of a video, they're gonna scroll. So now everybody's just doing the most craziest shit or saying the most craziest shit or releasing the shortest songs to keep people attention span, because ain't nobody even gonna listen to you dropping 3 verses anyway. They want to hear 1 verse, a hook, and a half a verse, and then the hook again, and the song is over. Other than that, because that's about as long enough as it takes to make a TikTok dance. So other than that, they're not listening. If you put 3 hot verses, they might not even listen to the last 2 verses. When the last time you even heard a full 5-minute song? Like, you're not hearing that. A lot of these songs don't even got hooks. It's the game has changed, and they fighting against the machine. The machine is not putting money behind the shit that we love. So if you're not really doing it for the love, which most of these niggas not, niggas has started to look at this shit as a lick of I can get rich and get out the hood, and you had a lot of niggas who never even had a passion for rap start to rap because they knew somebody who was popping, and they threw him an alley-oop. Or they had the image, and they like, well, fuck it, we can just push your image. You go be a content creator. It don't even matter if the music garbage. They gonna fuck with it because they fuck with you. So now the game has transcended to they gotta fuck with you more than your art. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the art now, and the music took a toll.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts at the end of the day. It's just like, it's ugly to see it, though. The game is like, you know what I mean? Nas foreseen all this shit when he said hip-hop is dead. Niggas thought he was crazy. But a lot of this shit you put on, it don't slap. Cause I listen to old music. I listen to the old shit. I give everybody a chance, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I play somebody's shit, but the chance is very limited. Like, you get 1 play, cuz you got that 1 3-minute slot shot, like damn near 1.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what they mean. It's like, you're not gonna replay that shit.
I understand enough I know good music, so I'm gonna play it all the way through once I start it. But after that, it's like, that was your only shot. Now I understand like the first impression shit, because
first impression is definitely everything.
Yeah, it's like, damn, this nigga ain't talking about shit. And it ain't even gotta be gangster shit to me. It just gotta be something that resonates, or I could feel like that's pure coming from the soul or the spirit. Like, I feel that. Like,
these niggas don't have souls. They on drugs.
I'm just saying that. Regardless, even if a nigga talking about some school backpack shit or whatever, like, I want to hear about what happened at college and whatever you was going through. Like, you taking me to a different part of the world. So a lot of these niggas, it's just speaking in your truth and living in your truth. At the end of the day, like La Russell, he don't get enough credit because as a good artist. He talk a lot of real shit, push a lot of positive music, do a shit out his backyard, but Cuz don't get the push. Like you said, he's fighting the machine, and he's leveraging up. It might take him a little longer, but he's doing what he's doing.
I think it's because he lacks the image. Like, he don't really have the image of a rapper. No matter how good the music is, if people don't resonate with you and how you look, they're not gonna fuck with it. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm sorry to say, it is what it is. It's like going for a job interview. You could be the most qualified candidate, but you come in there with some shorts and a t-shirt on, you gonna get overlooked for the dude who came in there with the 3-piece suit and the tie and the fresh cut. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. Like, what's
the image these days though? Because the
image is you gotta look rich. Period. Point blank. You gotta look like you got everything.
A lot of these niggas be looking like queers. And that's part of the image. So it's like, you could damn near look like anything nowadays. These niggas be dressed up all type of weird ass shit.
You like, gotta be on the weird abstract shit, and you damn near gotta teeter the line of the homosexuality shit. Like, you see Drake do it all the time. He just leaked a picture where bro was looking zesty as a motherfucker with the duck lips and the 2 ponytails, like looking zesty as a bitch. It's almost like it's in their contract. Like, look, every now and then, you gotta get out and do some gay
nobody
shit.
trying to post this shit like that. Like, that's crazy work.
Like why do you keep doing duck lips? Cause that's not hip hop. Like, what the fuck is that?
Ain't no nigga taking no selfie like, yeah, this the one.
Like you had to look at it before you posted it. So that's what I mean. Like, I think this might be in these niggas' contracts.
It is. Like,
niggas painting their nails.
You long overdue, nigga. You need to drop something, nigga.
I just seen the Pharrell like before and after when he was with the Clips. He had the baggy shit on, the babe shit with the Billionaire Boys Club shit on. Now they got the nigga like looking hella feminine with purses. So hip hop has been super feminized.
And purses crazy.
And that's the problem with this attack on masculinity because hip hop was always derived on masculinity. Men was always men. Just think about the classic rappers back in the day who ran the game. It was like you got raw masculinity. Now these niggas who run the game, they soft as a bitch.